The following is the unique parks in the world. Number 1, Chambers of Horror, Atlanta's adults-only extreme haunted house. Atlanta's adults-only extreme haunted house, Chambers of Horror is the most disturbing and shocking horror attraction in the Southeast. Tour the Tortoreco facilities behind the Masquerade Music Complex in downtown Atlanta to see the disaffected wreak havoc on the flesh of the innocent. Chambers of Horror comes from the masterminds of horror fans and local artists Luke Godfrey and Renee Arriogata, who together created an all-new story and layout for Chambers of Horror in 2013. To add even more of a sense of disorientation, an elevator trick has been recently added to bring guests down to the basement of the building. Godfrey, who is also a set dresser for The Walking Dead, revealed that a professional elevator inspector was partially responsible for the success of the trick that has to be seen to be believed. Number 2, Erotikaland, Brazilian sex-themed amusement park to be opened in 2018. Amusement parks are sites of unbridled pleasure, for children, usually. Now, the backers of a new Brazilian venture are taking what's become a symbol of good, clean, wholesome family fun and turning it bottoms up. And also injecting it with a whole lot of sex. Erotikaland, which bills itself as an erotic Disneyland, is an adult-only theme park filled with all your standard attractions, if they were reimagined by a brain trust of Alfred Kinsey, Sigmund Freud, and Annie Sprinkle. You will be able to ride in penis-shaped bumper cars, play erotic games and visit a history of sex museum. There will also be a clothing optional pool and water slide because nothing is sexier than whatever will be floating in there. You can also feast on erotic treats at the park's restaurant, hitch a ride on a pleasure train, and take in movies, probably not G-rated, in the 7D theater, where the seats vibrate and hopefully will be wiped down between each screening. Number 3, Cite du Vin, France's wine theme park. Someone has finally made a theme park free of screaming children and filled with alcohol. La Cite du Vin, which translates to the City of Wine, is a full-blown wine theme park. It's located in no other than Bordeaux, one of France's most famous winemaking regions, and will open in June 2016. There are no thrill rides at this theme park. Coasters and carafes aren't exactly the best combination, but there are 20 wine-themed sections and exhibits that cover the history and culture of wine. There is also a 250-seat auditorium for classes, screenings and wine tasting sessions in a 10-story building. Those looking for typical amusement park thrill are not totally out of luck. There is a simulated boat ride that shows what it was like to be a sea merchant sailing across the globe selling wine. Number 4, BH Mallorca, world's first adult-only water park. According to the Sunday Times 100 Best Holidays of 2015 review, the genius who came up with the concept of the world's first adults-only water park deserves a knighthood. The new BH Mallorca opened in 2015. If the buildings look vaguely familiar, it's because they used to be Mallorca Rocks, an offshoot of the Ibiza-based Party Pad. It has 656 suites, twice weekly sets by international DJs, and an Ibiza-style beach club. Then there's the Waterpark, a collection of high-adrenaline slides including the Aqualoop, a 360-degree human roller coaster that reaches speeds of 38 miles per hour and is far too good for kids. Number 5, Amaura, London's Sex and Amp Relationships Academy. London's Amaura is like no museum you toured in grade school. This self-described Academy of Sex and Amp Relationships was like an erotic theme park, without the rides. Amaura's museum section was full of exhibits that were interactive and, hands-on. Patrons were welcome to find the erogenous zones on interactive sculptures or try out the spank-o-meter. Visitors could also talk with a sex therapist, learn how to play erotic food games, improve their kissing ability, or enhance their flirtation skills. Covering 9 zones, London Amaura was one of the first visitor attraction dedicated to these themes. Amaura ran for 15 months in the capital city starting in April 2007 and was located near Piccadilly Circus and Coventry Street, central London. Number 6, the Naked Rollercoaster world record breakers. In October 2015, dozens of thrill-seekers braved the cold weather to strip off and take part in a naked roller coaster ride to raise thousands of pounds for charity. The Guinness World Record was set in 2010 when 102 people rode the green screen at Adventure Island in Southend without any clothes. 5 years on, and 57 people celebrated the world record by riding the attraction in the buff, and raising more than £10,000 for Southend Hospital Charitable Foundation's Keyhole Cancer Appeal. Number 7. Haeundae Park, South Korea's Penis Park. Welcome to Haeundae Park. Unofficially known as Penis Park. Located on the beautiful coast of Sinam, South Korea, the park is dedicated to the memory of a young virgin woman whose fisherman lover left her on a rock while he caught fish at sea. Needless to say, during a storm she died. Legend has it, after her death, the villagers could no longer catch fish. So they did the only thing you can do when a virgin dies in a storm, build giant wooden penises to appease her spirit. Apparently, it worked. The park is now noted for its number of erect phallic statues. The collection, created by Korean artists, is on display in the form of hanging arrangements to 3-meter-tall trunks of wood, for joy, spirituality, and sexuality. A small folk museum titled Village Folk Museum has exhibits of art objects on sexual iconography throughout the centuries in different cultures, shamanic rituals, and also the history of the Korean fishing community. Thank you. Track video. You can register below channel. See you in the next video. Bye.